Internet, my name is Blitz, and again we are playing Dreaming Mary. I had a lot more, but as it turns out my recording got corrupted. I love it! So today we are going to be doing a bit of a tutorial on how to get all the endings of Dreaming Mary, so you're going to see a lot of editing, because I bet you it's going to take me several hours. But the first ending we're going to go for is the easiest. So, let's do it. And I tried to use the goddamn mouse again! In order to get what I'm going to call the first ending, you need to be below 2 petals at the very, very end before you go in the door, and say, eventually, yes to Boris. To solve Bunnilda's puzzle, what you need to do is put the wounded statue in the middle, the longing statue on the right, and the confident statue on the left. In the second puzzle, the red fruit goes in the middle, gold on the right, and the flower on the left. In Guindel's first puzzle, the answer is yellow. In Guindel's second puzzle, he'll ask you to find 2 books. First answer is AESOP. The second answer is The Giving Tree. Don't forget that the space is by the page button. Foxanne will ask you to find her. In the first round, she is behind the plate of turkey, or chicken, depending on how you see that. In the second round, she will be on the far right, behind a jar of mysterious liquid. I have no idea what that is. What the fuck? If you listen closely, you can actually hear her giggle as you walk by her hiding spots. As for the seed quest, Bunnilda will ask you who did Adonis love. The correct answer is I don't know, but in order to get this first ending, you need to pretty much lose all your flower petals. So go ahead and get the answer wrong. Penn Guindel's seed puzzle is actually impossible to answer if you haven't gotten into the secret room. If you already know the answer, you can guess it, but you can get the second ending without it. So go ahead and type whatever the fuck you want. Like the nice guy that he is, Penn Guindel will actually give you a hint to make sure that you get a better ending the next go round, provided that you follow it. This time around, Foxanne will not giggle when you walk by her. Be sure to notice Mary's expression up in the top as she loses her flower petals. If you listen closely in Boris's area, the less flower petals you have, the more likely you are to hear this fucking creepy shit in the background. Oh my god. It doesn't matter what you say here to Boris, you can answer him yes or no for the very first time. I recommend saying no because you get a bit more dialogue, and you can truly see how fucking weird he is. But in the end, you still have to say yes to get the first ending. As you can see, in this ending, all you get is the fade to black screen. In this version of the credits, you won't see some of the text. In order to get this second ending, you need to have 2 petals at the very end, but you still need to say yes to Boris. Interestingly enough, it seems that if you re-enter the dream, after the credits, Penn Guindel's dialogue would be different upon seeing it. In order to get the second ending, you don't need to do anything different until you get to the seed puzzles, so complete the puzzles as you normally would. Again, the answers to Bunnilda's first puzzle is wounded in the middle, confident on the left, and longing on the right. Penn Guindel's puzzles are going to be easier the second time around because he saves your answers. There's no need to go around looking for the books if you've forgotten the answers. Just go ahead and describe the book. The answers will already be there. If you do so, Penn Guindel will have a slightly different dialogue, mentioning that you've already seen the book before. Once again, Foxanne will be found in the first puzzle behind the turkey. The answer to Bunnilda's second puzzle is golden fruit on the right, red fruit in the middle, and flower on the left. Foxanne will once again be found on the far right. In order to get the second ending, you have to solve 2 puzzles, at the very least. More than likely, these puzzles will be Bunnilda's and Foxanne's. Once again, the answer to Bunnilda's puzzle is I don't know. Penn Guindel's seed puzzle is actually impossible to answer if you haven't gotten into the secret room. If you already know the answer, you can guess it, but you can get the second ending without it. This time around, Foxanne will not giggle when you walk by her, but she is hiding right in front by the fox-looking woman. So go ahead and face towards you by hitting the down button and then press C. At the very end of the seed puzzle, once again go to Boris. Again, it doesn't matter whether you say yes or no to him at first. You will eventually need to say yes in order to get this ending. The less flower petals you have by the end, the louder this creepy-ass background music will be. This is the second ending.
Good girl, sweet girl, you're mine.
As you heard, you got a bit more dialogue, and a scene with Mary reaching out her arms. This time, at the credits, after you see the end of a dream, you will see the text, the beginning of a nightmare. The next endings I'll be referring to as the third ending, plus the 3 fail endings. The important things to get this ending are the 3 rusty keys and the gold leaf key. This ending is a bit more complicated. Still need to get the white flower, still need to check if the door is unlocked. It's not. You should check the painting to see that yes, it is weird, for good measure. Once you unlock the door, do not move. Instead, open the door and do not move. Press Z again. You will see a message saying that the key is still in the door. Take the key? Yes, take the key. Take the gold leaf key. That key is so important and it took me 3 hours to find it. After checking all the doors all the way to Foxanne's, you will hear a voice saying, as you go to Boris's door. You can check Boris's door, but you probably should check behind the column where you heard the voice. You can go ahead and activate this room if you want, or you can wait later. The important part is, though, once you go to Boris's door and hear, "Wait, don't go there yet." Listen, don't go there yet. That's where you absolutely need to have activated that door. Once you open Boris's door, you will no longer be able to get into that room. Once that you're in this room, you will see a fishbowl with something inside. It will say that it's a sea angel. It looks like it's about to tip over. Before you interact with that anymore, you should check the painting, for good measure. Click the absolute hell out of that bowl until it says you've touched the bowl. Congratulations, you've broken that shit. You can check the bowl again, but you will see a code. It will ask for the magic word. You do not know the magic word yet. Once you exit the room, you will see the angel flying off to the left of the screen. You should follow that bitch. Once you go into the room, you won't see her anywhere. But check the weird painting, and you'll see Mary comments differently about it. Click it again, and this time you'll be transported to a freaky-ass world. You can check out a few things in the room, but what's important is that you check out the book. In case you haven't figured it out yet, you can run by holding shift, and this will be very important later. If you did not take the key out of the door, you won't be able to unlock this door. Here, you're going to do the same thing and take the gold leaf key again. Now you will enter a freaky-ass hallway that goes nice with your freaky-ass room. There will be 3 animals sitting on a couch there. If you inspect them, you can actually have hints as to how to solve their trivia questions. The important one is the Penn Guindel on the couch, which has the brown journal underneath it. You will see that the book is addressed to somebody named Glenn. There's a painting at the far end of the hallway, but you can't interact with it. You will later on, though. The door on the end is locked, and even if you have the gold leaf key, it won't unlock. As you head back to the dream world, a small jump scare will pop up. Very teeny tiny, but still something to take note of. Now you can go through the game as normal. This time, when you go to the very end of the hall and open the door, you won't hear somebody say to not go there yet. The answer to Bunnilda's puzzles, wounded and red fruit in the middle, longing and golden fruit on the right, and confident and flower on the left. Once again, the answer to Bunnilda's puzzle is I don't know. If you have re-entered the dream via the prompt at the very end of the game, Penn Guindel's answers will be saved for you. But in case you need a reminder, the answer to his first puzzle is yellow. In Guindel's second puzzle, the first answer is AESOP. The second answer is the Giving Tree. Penn Guindel's puzzle can now be found in the Nightmare Hallway. If you didn't take note of it before, to save you a trip, it's Glenn. Glenn. Foxanne will be in the same spots. The first spot behind the turkey, second behind the glass in the far right, and the fox lady in the front of the screen. In order to get this third ending, after you complete the 3 puzzles for the seed, go back to the Nightmare Hallway. This is important. You need to go to this hallway before you talk to Boris. Once you go to the hallway, you will see that the 3 animals are now ripped to shreds. Inspect them to get rusty keys. What is notable is that the boar's head remains intact. The door at the end of the hallway will still be locked, and you still cannot interact with the painting at the end of the hallway. Now you can go talk to Boris. Notice that now you have all your pedals, you won't be able to hear any freaky-ass music or footsteps or voices. Anyway, you need to talk to Boris, but you need to say no to him. He'll act creepy as shit, as usual, but you just need to keep saying no. Be assertive! Fortify! After saying no to Boris, head back to the Nightmare World. If you linger in your room for a while, you can see flickers of something dark. It's foreshadowing. Head into the Nightmare Hallway, and you will see why that it will be near impossible to get those rusty keys after talking to Boris. You will need to activate the silhouette that will chase you. I'm just gonna call him your father, because that's who it is. So, you're gonna need to activate your dad. Good old dad, so great. And so you're gonna need to go up to the very end of the hallway until you see him. Then you're gonna need to run like a bat out of hell back to your room. Once there, you'll think you're safe. But guess what? You're not. So run to the painting and quickly go back through it. In the dream world, your father will not chase you. However, if you linger in your room for a while, you will see flashes of black like you saw before. Now you need to go to the hidden room. Once there, you will notice that the painting now has a strange glow to it. Go through it, and once in it, immediately go to the right, through the now open door. Once there, you will notice a red painting. Quickly go through it. Do not try to go any further. He will catch you. You will now be in another hallway. You cannot run in this hallway, but don't worry, nothing will chase you. Once you get further towards the end, you will see the angel again. She will call out to you, and you will follow her. To the happy tree world! Seriously, it's significantly happier. Inspect the door, and you will see that you do have enough keys to go through. You'll hear the voice calling you again. Go through the door, and you will be in the real world. Now, there are 3 ways to fail this ending. The first way is to get caught by the monstrosity that will be chasing you once you head back to the Nightmare Hallway. You will not have any prompt to return back to the dream. You will only get the title screen. The second way to fail this ending is to not have enough rusty keys. In order to do this, don't inspect the animals, or you talk to Boris before you get the keys. You can go ahead and fail the puzzles. The rusty keys will still be in the animals when they're torn up. Once you get to the end tree, if you don't have enough rusty keys, this is the ending you will get.
Sunshine, sunlight, starlight, moonlight, starshine.
This time you will see the credits. They will be drastically different though, and Mary's silhouette will be stuttering down the page. This time, the prompt will show up again, with slightly different text. If you say no, you do not accept the fate, the prompt will be telling you, "Get the key, dumbass!" Now, the third and final way to fail this ending is to not pick up the gold leaf key. You can do this by leaving it in the door in the Nightmare World. You have to get the golden leaf key before you enter the hallway. the prompt will not be available anymore after that. Now, you have the rusty keys, but you don't have the gold leaf key. With the rusty keys, you will be able to go through the door in the tree. You will now be in the real world with the real Maddie. Now that you're in the real world, you can go ahead and inspect some things around. But the most important thing is the door at the end. However, it will be locked, and with the gold leaf key you can unlock it. But without it, there'll be nothing to do but to go back to bed. Maddie will even give you a hint about getting it, saying that she can only dream about getting it. This is the ending you will get if you decide to go back to bed.
Bright lights, sunshine, sunlight, star bright, moonlights, starshine, moonlight, good night, good dreams, my love, sweet, sweet daughter, see you are so dark, M-I, dreaming, dreaming, Mary.
Regardless of whether or not you have the gold leaf key, real-life Maddie will comment on how she wonders if something has changed. If you had the gold leaf key in your dream, guess what? Stuff has changed. You can go ahead and inspect everything in this room, but the thing of importance is the door on the far right. Inspect this door, and you will get the prompt to use the gold leaf key. Say yes, of course, why wouldn't you? And then get this ending.
Listeners, we're reaching the end of our program today. I'd like to thank everyone listening for all of their support. With your help, Mary made it through her dreams. Congratulations! Congratulations.
Attention. Is this the end? Is this the real world? Or is this still a dream? Mary, Mary, are you awake?
Shine.
The way they do it is, if you got one ending, continued from that game, got another ending, and then continued from that game, and so the game officially registers that you got all the endings. You get a secret bonus stuff. If you chop it up like I did, it doesn't register, so it doesn't give you the password. But I know the password, because I'm a dirty cheater. When you download the game, you get a little zip file. It's password protected, and the password is roast chicken. No spaces, all lowercase. Then you will get a link to get all the bonus content, some cool lyrics. The most important part is you get the password that you can put into the Angel's Bowl and get a super interesting bonus ending. You can do this at any point in the game before you activate your father. So once you do it, it will lock you out and say you cannot do this anymore, so sorry. No spaces, all uppercase. Super Mary! And then you get this message. Hadouken mode activated. Enemies left 1 arena other hallway. Once you enter this code, do not talk to Boris. If you talk to Boris and say no, it will just fuck everything up. It will go ahead and trigger that you want the third ending. So instead, just go to the nightmare hallway. Significantly different music will be playing. Go to the end of the hallway until you see your spooky, scary father. Mary will go through a series of movements. There's no need for you to press them on your keyboard. She will do all of that, and then this happens. You won the game! Congratulations. And that is all the endings for Dreamin' Mary. I'm sorry I couldn't go into more depth in it. I really like this game. This one is phenomenal. I love it. I love the music. I love everything. I kind of went a little obsessed, and now my entire computer is decked out with Dreamin' Mary stuff. In any case, but the most important part is you, viewer. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions, comments, requests, let me know. And once again, thanks for watching. Bye, Internet! Okay, so I'm a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland, and all I heard was, it's a creepy game where you're dreaming, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do that shit. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Excelsior!